Hi everyone, Aaron here. I have some very exciting news to share with you. On November 10th, I will be talking about House Bill 401 in front of the Pinellas County Legislative Delegation, which is chaired by Representative Kathleen Peters and vice-chaired by Senator Jack Latvala. It's also going to be having participants Senator Jack Latvala, Senator Jeff Brandes, and Senator Arthenia join him. And then the State House representatives that are going to be present are, and I'm going to read them just so that way I can make sure that I get everyone, but they are going to be, of course, Kathleen Peters, my representative, Larry Ahern, Chris Latvala, James Grant, Chris Sprouse, Darrell Rasan, and of course, Dwight Dudley. I'm going to be speaking about House Bill 401. Some of you might know about House Bill 401. It's a bill in the Florida House of Representatives right now being touted by, but who else? Conservatives in the state of Florida. It's being touted as a religious freedom bill where a medical care provider, a doctor, or a paramedic, emergency responders will be able to deny somebody who is LGBT medical care. And this drastically has outlined the fact that if you are somebody that is living with HIV/AIDS, as I am, that you can be denied prescription medications and you can be denied health coverage and you can be denied medical services in a time of need and necessity if you are HIV positive or if you are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. I can't believe that I actually have to go and speak about this in front of the previously named individuals in the State House and in the State Senate that are all elected across Pinellas County, many of them being Republicans. It's very concerning to me that this actually is a bill that looks like it might pass. I'm not opposed to it because I'm a gay man, and I'm not opposed to it because I'm HIV positive. I'm opposed to it because it is morally the wrong thing to do. To deny somebody health care or medical services or emergency services in a time of need, that is just unfathomable to me. And of course, but who else? Again, it is the conservatives in Tallahassee in both the State House and the State Senate that are, again, time and time again, attacking the rights of the LGBT community. And now, the fact that this bill can actually affect people living with HIV/AIDS, it's shameful. So I sent in yesterday to Colleen Harris, who is a staffer for Kathleen Peters, who is a friend. I like Kathleen a lot, even though she and I don't agree on a lot politically. She is a very good woman, and I think she's one of the very few Republicans in the State House and as well as the State Senate, just in general in Tallahassee, that isn't afraid to buck her party's politics and do what is sometimes in the best interest of her constituents in St. Petersburg. So I sent them an excerpt from my book, A Man for All Seasons, Why Equal Opportunity and Inclusive Government Can Solve the World's Greatest Problems. It's about a 20-minute excerpt where I recount what it was like becoming HIV positive at 17 years old, my junior year of high school, just 2 days before Christmas. HIV/AIDS is a very big issue in the state of Florida. It's rampant in the South, and I believe that it's the greatest unspoken human rights issue of our time. Florida leads the nation in teenagers being infected with HIV. We also lead the nation with people over the age of 55 being infected, contracting and transmitting, of course, HIV, and we are number 2 in the entire nation for pediatric AIDS cases, that is babies being born with HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. Now, why in the world, if we have so many medical issues like that, and it is such an issue, again, that is rampant in the state of Florida, with the 4 strands of HIV that there are before they mutate, the deadliest strand actually happens to be in Tampa Bay, which is Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, of course, goes into Polk County and Hernando and so on. So this is a very important topic to talk about, and I can guarantee you that a majority of those individuals that are going to be on this panel at the Pinellas County Legislative Delegation do not know these statistics. I've had this conversation about HIV/AIDS in the past with Minority Leader Arthenia Joyner, who's a state senator, who's a Democrat in the state Senate, who's going to be present at this panel, as well as I have had this conversation with Representative Dwight Dudley. And Dwight Dudley, to me, is the shining example of what every legislator in the state of Florida should be doing. He puts politics aside, and he always, always, always does what is in the best interests of the people of his district and people all across the state of Florida. So I'm going to be talking about many of these statistics and a lot of this data that is from the Center of Disease Control just from last year. The CDC put out a report, and it's appalling. It's an issue that's in the state of Florida, and rather than attacking the rights of LGBT people and claiming that this is religious persecution for somebody to have to cater to or care for someone who might be dying or in dire need of medical services who happens to be LGBT or HIV positive, just because it might not fit within their religious beliefs to help somebody that is HIV positive or to help somebody that is lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. It's appalling. So I will be going and I will be speaking again about House Bill 401. I hope that you all will send me very good vibes about this. I'm very nervous. I'm going to be talking about some things that people do not know about me. I'm going to be very honest. I'm very transparent. I've been very transparent before I even decided to file to run 2 months ago for the Largo City Commission. But there are a couple things that people do not know about me and my health, and to get this point across and for others to understand how serious this is, specifically not only Kathleen Peters, whom again I consider a friend, but my state senator Jack Latvala, and my state house representative for District 66, Larry Ahern, who I expect will likely vote for House Bill 401. I want to get the point and the message home to them, not just by reading the excerpt from my book, not just by listening to my story, which unfortunately seems to be the story of so many teenagers all over the state of Florida. As again I said earlier, we lead the nation. We are number one in the entire country for teenagers being infected with HIV/AIDS. I have to thank, of course, Equality Florida. Equality Florida had put out a meme on social media, and that's what actually had brought this to my attention. Usually I'm more with it, paying attention to bills that are in the State House and the State Senate, but I've been campaigning the last 2 months all over the state of Florida, and I've been taking a lot of meetings privately about my race. So my focus has been diverted locally rather than towards the state legislature. So I'm looking forward to talking about this. Please send me good vibes, because I don't get nervous very often, but I am nervous to go into depth about this, especially with so many people that I do expect, regardless of what I tell them, that will not listen, they will not hear, and they will do whatever their lobbyists, the special interests, and what their party politics tells them to do, which is shameful, which is only to discriminate against people because of the way that they were born. The way that they were born being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, and discriminating against people with various illnesses, including HIV, which is the virus that causes AIDS. I live this daily. I live this struggle daily, and I don't understand. I just don't understand, and I'm going to be doing everything that I can to make sure that if this bill does indeed pass the State House, that I will hold each and every single individual, Democrat or Republican, which this bill again has had a lot of overwhelming Republican support across the entire state. I will be holding each and every single one of them accountable. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm very excited about this opportunity, and I have to thank Representative Kathleen Peters for giving me this opportunity. I know that Kathleen Peters has sons that are around my age, and Kathleen, if you happen to see this, just know that I'm speaking from my heart. I'm not going to be attacking anyone, because it's not my place to do that. That will happen at the ballot box by constituents from everyone that is on this panel. But I expect more of each and every single person that's on this panel to stop with the rhetoric and to put first the voices, the needs, and the concerns of so many across the state who are struggling to make it and feel as if they are invisible to their government and local leaders. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity, and I hope to share a lot of this with you in the coming days after my speech. Thank you all so much.